Yeah. Sean, what's up?
Stigmatism, man, what's up? Do anything.
Okay. What is it, man?
Stigmatism in my soul.
Okay. You got it, man?
Do anything.
Anything?
Anything.
You sure?
Put your mind to it. Do anything.
But what if it's hard, though, man?
If it's hard, it's gonna be hard. If it's easy, it's gonna be easy. It's all about what you think.
Okay, I can dig that. I love you, Sean.
Me too.
Stigmatism in my soul, man. Window cleaner with soul. You see it, you hear it.
Dopest channel.
Dopest channel on YouTube.
You hear it.
Shout out to all the subscribers.
Thanks for coming to the channel, y'all. Appreciate y'all.
Shout out to all the subscribers.
Shout out to all the subscribers, man.
Peace.
Peace out.
Sean G, live in effect. September the 28th, 2021. 12:03 in the PM. We here in New Jersey. We on the East Coast. Let me shout out to everybody all over the world. Let me pin my Patreon channel joint right there in the live chat. I'm gonna pin it right there. What's going on, man? What's going on, man? Y'all doing all right? Let me make sure I got that spaced right. Okay. Come on in the room. We here. We live. I got the oatmeal out the pot. Let me check the markets. The markets are getting destroyed today. The Dow futures are down 512, 1.5%. S&P futures are down 86, almost 2%. NASDAQ futures are down 2.5%, 409. The Russell small caps are down 41, almost 2%. So we here, we live. Welcome to the podcast with Soul. My name is Sean G. I run this thing. This is my channel. I got the oatmeal out the pot. I eat oatmeal out the pot so I don't have to go back and hit the like button when you come in so I don't have to go back and wash dishes. All right, so listen, today, man, I'm going to talk about the horrors of active drug addiction. I'm going to talk about my drug addiction in the 1980s. I got high throughout the whole 1980s. And yesterday, I charged $5 for topics, issues, and questions, and I didn't feel right last night. I said, man, you shouldn't have did that. So today, I'm going to come back, and after I'm done talking with what I'm talking about, y'all can ask me free topics, free questions, free all of that. What's going on with y'all? Y'all doing all right? I'm going to wait till a few more people come in. before we take off. Make sure you go check out my Patreon channel, man. The Patreon channel was sold. I put up a new post there. I put up a post today and yesterday. Big Willie style. There you go. I see you. Big Willie style first in the room. We eating oatmeal out the pot. I'm going to wait till a few more people come in before we take off. How long we been rocking so far? Let me check. About 5-6 minutes. All right, everybody coming in. Kurt. Man, Juice Fast is going down Friday, man. Courtney, what up? Juice Fast is going down Friday. I'm gonna go to Trader Joe's later on today. I'm gonna shoot another video in Trader Joe's. I'm gonna get some juice from over there. I did the one for Whole Foods. What's going on, y'all? We here, we live. I'm going to take whatever questions you got. If you got an issue, you got a topic, whatever you want to talk about, I'm going to take it today for free. Yesterday, I was charging $5. I didn't feel right with that. You know what I'm saying? I felt like I was begging for money and shit. I don't want to do that. Oatmeal out the pot, man. All right, let's put that right there. All right, so let's go. Kurt, what's up, man? ZZ in the building. Everybody in the world, everybody in this world, either themselves or they know someone they know, family member, friend, co-worker, colleague, childhood friend that has had a drug problem. And drugs have the potential, doesn't do it to everybody, has the potential to wreak havoc on human life. I saw this firsthand as a child in my own house. I saw the destruction in my own home. And at the age of 12, no, wait a minute. Was I 12? 10, fifth grade. Yeah, I was 12 years old in 1981. 1981. Blessed Tone in the building. My face clean? I got something on my chin. What is that? All right, I got it. I started getting high in 1981. I was 12 years old. I was a child. I was a baby. I hadn't even reached puberty. I was in the 7th grade. Actually, I was in the 6th grade. I just finished elementary school, going into junior high school. That summer of 1981. I smoked weed for the first time. A kid who lived a couple of doors down from me stole some weed from somebody, but I don't even think it was real weed. But anyway, he said he had some weed. he said, you want to smoke some? I said, yeah. And that was the first time that I attempted to smoke weed. Like I said, I don't even know if it was real weed at the time. But what that did for me was it opened up the door to my willingness to smoke weed. And eventually another opportunity came around, and eventually I smoked some real weed, and I liked it. I liked what it did to me and the kids I was hanging around. And, you know, what started off as something fun ended up almost killing me on several occasions. And I'm doing this live. I don't know. Somebody's going to hear this. Somebody's going to see this. Somebody's going to watch this. And maybe they can get some hope. Excuse me. And, you know, when I got into junior high school, what I found was that weed was everywhere in 1981. Weed was everywhere in the school in 1981. Not only was weed everywhere, other drugs were everywhere. Acid, mescaline, dust, angel dust. Some of y'all call it wet or embalming fluid, formaldehyde, whatever. Uppers, downers, all kind of drugs. And at that point, I was cool with just weed. Those other drugs like scared me. You know, I didn't have any kind of desire. I was cool with the weed and drinking the beer on the weekend, laughing and getting high, drinking and getting drunk, and then laughing the next day about what we did the night before when we was drunk and high. I was cool with just that. I was afraid of, the harder drugs. I didn't want no part of that. But as time went on, by my 8th grade year, 8th and 9th grade year, my willingness took another step, graduated higher, and now I was willing to try these different drugs, rush, speed, Valiums, and I was buying them from the kids in school. Certain kids had them, and I would buy them and take them. Not just by myself, but with the kids I hung out with. We would all do it. And, my addiction progressed. This is like 1982, 1983, and, I'm just getting more and more high. I was always my whole school, my whole matriculation through school from kindergarten through the 6th grade, I was always a AB student, always. I was involved in Little League football, Little League baseball, Little League basketball at the boys club, shooting pool, ping pong, soccer, everything. I was involved in any and everything, and I was a pretty good athlete. Very smart, always very smart when it came to academics and to books. Never had an issue with that. And when I got to junior high and I started smoking weed, that part of my life suffered, although I was still very smart and I was able to study for tests and take tests and pass tests. My motivation for learning and being my best took a hit because, at that point, it wasn't about, I was like no longer interested in being like a great student. You know what I'm saying? Even though I was smart, right? And so I always did just enough just to pass. And that was always easy for me. So around 82, 83, in 1983, I'm a freshman, and now I'm getting more and more high. I'm experimenting with more drugs. I'm backing down off the sports. I'm stepping away from the sports. I'm getting in trouble in school. I'm getting suspended. I'm getting chased by the cops. I'm getting picked up by the cops. My mother's having to come pick me up from the police station. All of these things are happening. You understand? I'm hanging around with kids that are into the same thing, the drug thing. And I graduate junior high and I go to high school. And I remember getting in trouble, and I had to go to court. I had to go to juvenile court over in Paterson, New Jersey. And the judge gave me some probation, and he told me that if I came back, because by this time, I'm back and forth to this juvenile court in Paterson, New Jersey. And there was a judge over there called Judge Ferranti. And he told my mother, and he told me, he said, if Sean comes back in front of me one more time, I'm sending him to Jamesburg, which was juvenile detention center. So she sent me down south. I had 6 months probation. She sent me down south for 6 months. When the 6 months was over, I called. I said, she says, you want to come home? I said, yeah, I want to come home. So I came back to Jersey, and I was a sophomore in high school, and I picked up my addiction all over again. And this is around 1984, 85. And the kids that I left when I went down south, when I came back, they were still doing what they was doing. They was doing even harder drugs at this point. And, I fell right in. I fell right in. We started smoking dust, getting dusted. And, just smoking a lot of weed, man, and just getting drunk, going to the liquor store, hanging outside the liquor store, waiting for some adult to come along and go in and cop beer for us. We would do that and just get drunk. And by this time, I'm a sophomore in high school. I'm taller than my mother at this point, right? I'm I'm 14, I'm 15, and when she whooped me now, it don't hurt no more. I'm bigger than her. So, I'm more out of control. No father figure in the house, no male figure. My mother worked. My mother was a registered nurse. She used to work from 7 to 3 in the morning, and then she would leave the nursing home. She worked at Daughters of Miriam Nursing Home in Clifton on Hazel Street. And she would go from 7 to 3, and then she'd leave there, go 3 to 11, maybe at another hospital or maybe do some private duty. So I was alone a lot. I grew up pretty much by myself. That's why I'm a loner to this day. And I'm never lonely. I'm just alone. I'm okay being alone. I'm okay being by myself. I'm okay being a loner. I know how to entertain myself. I know how to chill with myself, I love myself and all that. So, I'm in high school. Now I'm meeting more kids from around the city. And, now I get into selling weed, going to New York, buying nickel bags of weed, bringing them back to Jersey, selling them for $10. So I'm doubling my money. By my junior year, 1985, 1986, I'm a junior in high school. I get a job working at a gas station, pumping gas. And in high school, everybody starts talking about cocaine. This is like 1985, 86. So I want to try that now. This is the rich man's high. Yo, it's the best high ever. And I had seen people around me when I was growing up sniff blow, and I wanted to try it. So I bought me some, and I took it to work. I was pumping gas, and I went in the bathroom, and I sniffed blow the first time. This is my junior year in high school. And it was all right, and, I didn't keep using it, right then. I kept smoking my weed, doing my thing. And my senior year comes around, I'm still getting high. I'm getting high in school. I'm getting high. We going, high school I went to, you would go straight to first period at 7:55. You go first period, second period, third period, and then fourth and fifth period were broken down into 30 minutes apiece so you could eat lunch and then go to study group and do your homework. We would leave the school, drive to New York, buy weed, drive back, get high all the way back. I started doing stuff like that my junior and senior year. Kids had cars in school, so we used to drive off, go get high and come back. And, by this time, I'm not playing no more sports. My attitude is horrible. My just what do I want to say? How do I want to say this? Like, I'm just not living up to my potential. I'm just not. Looking back on it now, but when I was 16, 15, 16, 17, you don't really see that. You don't, well, I didn't really look at life like that, So, I think around 1986, somebody came around and they came with this drug called crack. And crack was all over the news. Once you smoke crack, you never could get off. Once you hook, you never could get off. You can't quit. And somebody came around, they had some. They asked me if I wanted to try it. I said, yeah, I tried it, and I didn't get high the first time. So that was that. And I graduate high school. And my mother enrolls me into college in Atlanta. So I graduate high school January. I'm 18. I graduate high school in June of 87. And by August of 87, I'm in college in Atlanta. So I go to college. I get on the college campus in Atlanta, historically black college. Shout out to Morris Brown. Morris Brown, best school in the world, man. You know why? Because I went there. So I enrolled in college, and when I get on the college campus, weed is everywhere. Drinking is everywhere. You know, we're all there. We're all 18. We're able to go and buy our own beer in the store. You know, you're there with upperclassmen, sophomores, juniors, and seniors, college sophomores, college juniors, college seniors. Some of them are over 22, 25. They're able to buy beer, liquor, whatever. And, you know, I'm smoking weed all through college. My freshman year, I'm smoking a dime bag of weed every day, drinking a quarter Colt 45, Billy D. Williams, every day, or 40 of Mickey's every day. Every day. Freshman in college. And I'm making the honor roll. I'm making the dean's list. I got a grade point average higher than 3. I'm getting high every day. I'm getting fucked up every day. So now that I'm getting, you know, I'm making the dean's list. I'm making the honor roll. I'm getting A's and B's on all the tests. So I don't see a problem. And I come home. I do my first freshman year, first semester, and the second semester. I come home the summer of 88. I come back to Jersey, New York, the summer of 88. And I get a job. Well, I already had the job at the golf course. I go to the golf course. You know, I'm making money at the golf course. I'm selling weed. I'm smoking weed. And I'm sniffing a lot of blow. In 1988. I'm sniffing a lot of cocaine. In 1988, I'm 19 years old. I'm a child. I'm a baby. And I'm running around in Harlem in 1988, you know, buying coke, buying weed, you know. I'm selling weed. I'm selling coke. I'm doing it all. And I'm sniffing so much blow around this time that my nose starts to bleed because I'm sniffing so much blow. I'm staying up 2 days, 3 days straight sniffing. And I'm caddying at the golf course, and another one of the caddies, we all used to go over to New York together. We all would go over and cop. We make our money on the golf course caddying. We get on the bus, we get in the car, we go to New York, we cop, we just get high. So he tells me one day he sees my nose is bleeding. He said, Sean, he said, man, my nose used to bleed like that too, but I stopped sniffing my blow and I start smoking my blow. Start smoking bass, and my nose stopped bleeding. You should try it. I said, okay. And that decision was the beginning of the end. It was the beginning of the end of my drug use. Because how hit that like button, y'all. It's 22 of y'all in here. I only got 14 likes, so y'all not doing something right. Hit that like button, man. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. You hit the like button, they'll send the video, they'll send out more notifications and more people to watch. So what cocaine was like gradually bringing me down, the free base, smoking base, was like an instant decline. It was an instant fast track to the bottom. And I was in trouble. And I knew I was in trouble because when I first came back from school and we started going over, that's what we call people from Jersey. When we used to go over to New York to get high, we used to say we're going over the bridge. Because you go over the George Washington Bridge and Washington Heights was right there. Harlem is right there. All the drugs in the world you want. So, we would say, you want to go over? Yeah, let's go over. That means we go to the city, go to New York. So when I first started going over in the summer of 88, me and my man, we would go together and they were selling grams. Grams were selling for like $40 a gram of coke. So I would get a half a gram, buy me some weed, get me a beer, and I was cool. And that's how it started. Or me and him would put $20 a piece and get a gram. This is like June. By July and August, now I want to buy my own gram. I don't want to split a gram with you. Now I need my own gram. And then by the end of that summer, I'm sniffing 8 balls. I'm gone. I'm gone. And I'm saying like, wow. And I'm seeing this, right? Me and my man, we seeing this. I'm 19. I'm out of my mind. So I'm saying, well, I'm going back to school at the end of August. So when I go back to Atlanta, I ain't gonna have to worry about this because I only get high like this when I be in New York, when I be in Jersey. So when I'm gonna be down there, I ain't gonna be able to get high like this. So I go back down to Atlanta and, well, let me get back. I skipped the part. So my man says, stop sniffing, start smoking. So that's what I started doing. So I go back to Atlanta and I go back to school. I make the honor roll again, my sophomore year, first semester, but, and I'm telling myself, I'm just going to lay off the blow. I ain't going to smoke no base. I ain't going to sniff no blow. I'm just going to smoke weed. But by this time, I'm a full-blown addict at this time. So when I drink or smoke weed, it automatically triggers me to want to sniff some blow or to smoke some bass. So I go back to Atlanta thinking I'm just going to be able to smoke weed and drink, but I started getting high, smoking crack in Atlanta too. Now I'm in school in Atlanta. My addiction got a hold of me. My addiction has got a hold of me. This is 1988. This is 1988. I'm gone. I'm getting so high. Did I finish my sophomore year? I finished my sophomore year. I did my whole sophomore year. I come back to New Jersey the summer of 1989. And I pick up right where I left off, even worse. Now I'm just open like a window, man. I'm open like a token, man. I'm selling weed, I'm selling coke, I'm sniffing coke, I'm smoking bass, I'm smoking weed, I'm getting drunk, I'm doing it all. And I don't think there's a problem because I'm in college. I just did 2 years of college and I'm on the honor roll. I got a 3 point whatever grade point, 3.4 grade point average. So I ain't that bad. So I'm looking for ways. I'm trying to convince myself and look for ways how I'm not that bad. You know, I'm not sleeping in the Port Authority. I'm not selling my TV. I'm not sleeping on the train. You know, I'm not sleeping on the Bowery. So I'm trying to justify that I'm not as bad as them. But that's bad poker, because I needed to be comparing my life to what I was, to who I've become, and then what my potential could be. Because I've always been a superstar. I just was fucked up. So I'm out of control. I'm done. And at this point, I know I got a problem. At this point, I know I got a problem. So I go back to school the summer of 89, September 89. I go back to Atlanta. I do one semester. Now I'm getting high all over Atlanta. I can't keep a job because of my drug use. I drop out of college. Check me out. This is a true story. You think I'm lying to you? I ain't lying to you. I ain't scared of you. I know my story. You know yours? I drop out of college. I'm 20. I'm 20 years old. I'm a baby. I'm a child. I'm 20 years old. Young and dumb. Getting high as a kite. Dropped out of college. I was an accounting major. Super sharp, super smart. All the potential in the world. And I got a full-blown drug addiction at the age of 20. So I drop out of college, and what I do? What happened? This is 89. I drop out of college and I get a job. I tell my mother, I break her heart. All my mother ever wanted for me was to go to college and get a degree. You know, my mother is from the South. She's from the state of Georgia. She's born in 1943. She grew up in the Jim Crow South. She went to segregated schools. White kids went to school over here. The black kids went to school over here. It was inherently inferior. She picked cotton for 75 cents a day. She saw black men get lynched. I mean, this is the South. She grew up in the state of Georgia. So she always knew that education was the key. And all she wanted for me was she wanted me to be educated. She wanted me to get a college degree. And here it is. She done worked all these years, saved all this money, got me into college. I'm in there, and now I drop out. I call her on the phone, and I tell her, Ma, I don't want to go to school no more. I'm quitting school. I'm going to do stand-up comedy. Yo, I told my mom, I said, Ma, I'm going to quit school. I'm going to do stand-up comedy. Word is born. This is true. This is a true fucking story, man. This is a true story. And she's on the phone with me like, what? Sean, what are you talking about? Yeah, I don't want to go to school no more. I don't want to go to school. She's crushed. So I drop out of school and I start working full-time as a cook, as a line cook all over Atlanta. I worked at the first Applebee's. You know, Applebee's is a big chain now all over the nation. The very first Applebee's was in Atlanta, Georgia on Buford Highway. I was a fry cook there. I was a line cook there. I cooked at Houlihan's on the line. I got fired from there because I went out to the bar, made me a beer, and brought me a beer back behind the line. They caught it and fired me. Out of control. So I'm trying to work. My addiction is full blown. I'm done. And, I'm I'm in bad shape. I'm in bad shape. I'm a full-blown drug addict. I'm a full-blown alcoholic at the age of 20. I can't keep a job because I'm getting high all night. And when I get high all night, I'm calling out of work. I'm so in trouble. I'm so fucked up. All I'm able to do is work a job for the 2 weeks, get the 2-week check, and then I go get high, and I don't even go back to work the next day. And I get fired or I quit. So things are bad. Things are bad. I'm 20 years old. I turned 21 and I'm out of control, man. You know, now I'm, pawning my stuff, taking shit to the pawn shop to get money. I'm selling my stuff to get drugs. And I see myself and I hate myself. The self-hatred comes in deep. The self-loathing comes in deep. The self-rejection comes in deep. The embarrassment, I'm humiliating myself to myself. I'm embarrassing myself to myself. I'm shaming myself to myself because I'm telling myself, Sean, look at you, man. You better than this, man. Look at what you become, man. You stuck. Nigga, you fucked up at 21. You get high and you can't quit. And I used to make oaths with myself. After I would go out and get high and shit, I'd throw away my rolling papers, I'd break my pipe, I'd throw away all my shit, and I'd say, man, that's it. I ain't getting high no more, that's it. And I would last for like a week, 2 weeks. And I would get high all over again. And I would feel worse than what I felt the first time. And I would be degrading myself in my own eyes. And I hated me. I thoroughly despised me and what I had become. And after making these promises to myself that this was going to be my last time getting high and then relapsing, this was going to be my last time getting high and relapsing, this is going to be my last time getting high and relapsing and relapsing and relapsing and relapsing and relapsing and relapsing and relapsing. Excuse me, y'all. I'm drinking this kombucha, man. It's making me burp. Now I'm beginning to think that I can't quit. Now I'm beginning to be consumed with fear that I can't quit, that I'm going to die like this at 21. And I'm so embarrassed, but I'm too cool to ask for help. I'm too cool. I'm too cool for school. I'm too cool to ask for help. That's for some suckers. That's weak. We don't do that where I come from. We don't ask for help, And I'm 21 years old, college dropout, full-blown alcoholic, full-blown drug addict, can't stop. I'm unemployable. I can't keep a job. I'm antisocial. And I'm emotionally dead. I'm emotionally numb from all drugs. And I'm hopeless. I have very little hope, very little faith, no self-confidence, no self-esteem. Flat, busted, disgusted, and can't be trusted. And I was dealing with a girl, and she left me. The woman that I was with, the girl that I was with, she left me. I was in love with this girl. As she should. She should have, because I wasn't shit. I wasn't shit. She held in there longer than I would have held in there for her. I probably would have left me earlier than what she did. And when she left, I resented her for it. I was mad with her for it. I felt that she should have rowed the boat down to the bottom of the ocean with me. She's supposed to ride the Titanic ship down to she's supposed to drown with me. And she was like, nah, nigga, I'm getting out of here. I'm getting on this life jacket, this life raft. I'm trying to help you get on it, but you don't want no help. So I got to go. And I resented her for that. And I continued to get high, probably even stronger. Now I'm depressed. My girl done left. So I'm fucked up. And I'm at the end. This is the summer of 1990. The summer of 1990. And I'm in such bad shape. And I remember waking up in my apartment and I was thinking like, man, if I wasn't here, man, I wouldn't have to deal with this. And when that thought came across my mind, I picked up the phone and I called my ex-girl and I told her, I said, look, something wrong with me. Something wrong with me. Call this number right here and tell these people to come get me. Because at this point, I was selling drugs too. Then I had started selling drugs to support my habit. And I used to go sell drugs at this spot, and there was a big billboard on the highway. This was in Atlanta. It was on 85, right over there by the old Fulton County Stadium. And it said, Coalesce drug treatment from a cultural perspective. And I used to see this billboard every day when I would drive to the spot to sell my drugs. And I got the number and I said, yo, call these people, man. Tell these people to come get me, man. Something wrong with me. And that was the first time that I ever admitted to myself that I had a problem. I had hit my bottom. And she called my mother, and they came to my house that night. My mother, my girl was there, my ex-girl, and the dude from the treatment facility, black dude, name was Nate. Shout out to Nate, man.
I said astigmatism in my soul.
And they was there. We was in my living room. Y'all got to hit that like button, man. It's 37 of y'all in here. I only got 29 likes. Y'all got to do better than that. We was in my living room. My mother was there. She was devastated. My girl was there. I was there. I felt so low. I felt so low that I could play handball with the curb. I felt so bad. I was broken. And I don't remember none of that shit. I just remember that it came time for us to go, and me and Nate, he said, all right, so we left and left my mother there. Shout out to Georgia Gunby, man.
I said astigmatism in my soul.
I was 21 years old. I was 21. And me and Nate got in the car. And we was driving off. And he asked me, he said, Sean, you know, what do you get high with, man? I said, yo, man, I smoke weed. I was on the cool shit, man. I smoke weed and drink, you know, sniff a little blow. And I said, I smoke crack. And when I said that, when I admitted that to him, it was like a big goddamn boulder, a big mountain that was on my back was lifted. Like I freed myself. And then homeboy Nate said, yeah, man, I did the same thing. And I've been clean for 4 years. And I looked at him. I said, man, y'all got me crying on here and shit. I said, man, I didn't believe him. I said this to myself. I said, man, I don't believe this nigga, man, because he had a watch on. He had a haircut. He had on nice clothes and shit. He had a Jetta. We was in a Jetta. He had a nice system in his car. You understand? I had sold all my watches. I sold my system out of my car. And then he started to talk about the feelings that only another addict can know. The feelings of desperation, the feelings of hopelessness. And then that's when I began to believe that he understood. And I looked over at him and I said, man, is it gonna be all right, man? I asked him that. And he said, yeah, Sean, you gonna be all right, man. And a tear rolled down my eye. A tear rolled down my eye. And I hadn't cried because I had been so numb from the cocaine and the drugs and the alcohol and the crack for so many years. I had never cried. And a tear rolled down my eye. And I went up to the treatment facility. I was 129 pounds. I was 129 pounds. And I stayed there for 28 days. And when I got out, they told me to go to aftercare. I did whatever they told me because I didn't want to get high no more. I was done. I didn't want to use no more. I didn't want to get high no more. I didn't want to get high no more. I didn't want to get high no more because I knew I didn't want to get high no more. And whatever they told me to do, I did. And I went to all of the groups and I did everything they told me to do. Where they said, when you get out of here, go to meetings. Back then, in 1990, they had CA meetings, Cocaine Anonymous. They had AA meetings, Alcoholics Anonymous. I went to them. I went to CA. And they had NA, Narcotics Anonymous. I went to them. I went to all meetings. And I remember when I was in the treatment facility, one of the counselors got up and said, it was a bunch of us in the room and shit, right? It was a bunch of us in like this little auditorium. Might have been about 60 of us or something like that, 70. And she got up and she said, only 1 out of 38 make it. She said, some of y'all gonna die. Some of y'all going to prison. Some of y'all gonna OD. Some of y'all going back to use drugs and you'll never get clean. You know, and she said only 1 out of 38 gonna make it. And I said, oh, shit. I looked around the room and shit. And I said, damn, man, y'all motherfuckers ain't gonna make it. Cause I'm gonna make it. Yeah. Sean, what's up?
Stigmatism, man, what's up?
Do anything.
Do anything.
And that was, I got clean. My clean date is October 16th, 1990. And I haven't gotten drunk or gotten high since that day. So in 18 more days, I'll be celebrating 31 years clean in a row. 31 years clean in a row. No relapse after I got clean. I did all my relapsing before. And I went back to school. I finished up my degree. I finished up my accounting degree. When I went back to school after getting clean, I made the best grades I ever made in my life. I made the best grades I ever made in my life. You know, I I tried to sell drugs again after that, ended up getting locked up in Atlanta and that's a whole nother video. Maybe I'll tell y'all that story another time. But I got clean and I never got high again. I don't drink now. I don't drink nothing. I don't take no pills, no medication, nothing. Because I know my story and I know what drugs did to me. I know what alcohol did to me. Maybe it don't do that to you, and that's cool. I hope it don't. But for some of y'all, there's a lot of y'all gonna watch this video and say, yo, me too. And you need to know that you're not alone and that you can get clean too. You know what I'm saying? And you can change your life around. I was 21 when I got clean. I was 21. I got high throughout the whole 1980s, man. But it just wasn't me. It was the 80s, man. It was the 1980s, man. The 80s was at the time when I was living through it, I didn't understand it. But when you look back on it, the 80s was a wild decade, man. And this story that I'm telling y'all isn't unique. There's a lot of stories like this that come through the 80s, man. A lot of them. Same story. So I survived it. I'm here. I look good. I feel good. I don't goddamn smoke no weed. My chest is money. My skin, look at my skin. Look how good I look. Look how good I look. I could give you 100 burpees straight. I could give you goddamn 70 push-ups straight. And if you start talking shit, I'll practice and I'll give you 100 clip. I could give you about 25 pull-ups straight. Work out with anybody. You understand? I don't take no Viagra, no Cialis. None of that. I look amazing. I don't look 52 years old. My body is money. I'm cut up. I'm all that. My mind is sharp. And, that's my story, man. That's the horrors of active addiction. And I've heard some other stories, man. A lot of people that I got high with back in the day, I used to smoke dust with this dude. You ever smoke dust? You ever smoke no dust? I used to smoke dust in 1985, angel dust. That's what we called it over here in Jersey, angel dust. Used to get it off of Monroe Street in Passaic. They used to call it Monroe. Go to Monroe. In Passaic, Monroe and Lucille. And we used to smoke dust. I saw him about 10 years after the fact, and he said, Sean, I got a permanent chemical imbalance in my brain from all the dust I used to smoke. I'm on permanent disability. This was a kid I used to get. We went to school together. We used to walk to school together. Other kids I knew I was in high school with have OD'd and died. People I've known that got high, got clean, stayed clean for a long period of time, relapse and commit suicide or OD. They can't take the shame of relapsing. You know what I'm saying? And they just take themselves out. A lot of stories, people committing vehicular homicide, killing somebody, going to jail for 10 years from being drunk, destroying families. Families get destroyed. Kids get lost in the system. Mother and father getting high. Kids lost in the foster care system. So, you got to be mindful of what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what you do. I don't give a fuck what you do. You get high, you don't get high. I don't give a fuck. I give a fuck that I don't get high. Let me let that be known right off the top. You have to care if you get high or you don't, because it directly affects you and your family. I've seen people just neglect their kids. There's no food. You know, people, I've heard all kind of stories, man. All kind of stories. All kind of horrible, horrible stories of what drugs have made people do, especially women. Women really fall hard because they can give something away for free to get drugs, and they fall hard. I heard a lot of stories, man. And this story here, my story, this is a world story. This just ain't no Black American story. This is a world story. This ain't no New York story. This has gone on all over the world and still to this day. You know? So I wanted to tell y'all that story. You understand? Y'all make sure y'all follow me on Instagram at Gunby Publishing, man. Shout out to Sean G. Shout out to me, man. All right, that's enough of that. I talked about that for an hour. So anybody got any questions, man? Yesterday I charged $5 for topics, issues, and questions. Today I'm gonna go for free, man. So if you got something going on in your life, you got an issue, you want to ask me a question, you want me to answer a question for you, relationship, drugs, alcohol, whatever, starting a business because I'm the greatest entrepreneur ever. You understand? Whatever you want to talk about, I'm the best at it. So I'm going to give y'all a chance to ask me for free today. But I got to go to the bathroom. Hold on 1 second.
I said astigmatism in my soul.
Yeah. Sean, what's up?
Astigmatism, man, what's up? Do anything.
Okay. What is it, man?
Astigmatism in my soul.
Okay. You got it, man?
Do anything.
Anything?
Anything.
You sure?
Put your mind to it. Do anything.
But what if it's hard, though, man?
If it's hard, it's gonna be hard. If it's easy, it's gonna be easy. It's all about what you think.
Okay, I can dig that. I love you, Sean.
Me too.
Stigmatism in my soul, man. Window cleaner with soul. You see it, you hear it.
Dopest channel.
Dopest channel on YouTube.
You hear it.
Thanks for coming to the channel, y'all. Appreciate y'all.
Shout out
Thank
to
you.
all the subscribers.
Shout out to all the subscribers, man.
Peace.
Peace out.
All right, what's up, man? What's going on, man? Who here, man? Who in here, man? What's going on, man? Big Sky, can you tell a story about me climbing the tree over that girl, Sean laying out wisdom for an hour, and no super chats, people? What the fuck? Okay, David, what's up, man? Yeah, man, I was in love with the girl, man. I was in love with the girl, and this was during my addiction. Actually, I had got clean. Actually, the girl that had left me during my active addiction that called the treatment people for me to come get me, I was still trying to win her back. I was telling her, yo, I'm going to get clean. We could get back together. David, thank you for that super chat, man. I'm going to get clean. I want to get back with you. I'm going to show you I'm going to get clean. And we was together for like 3 years. It was a college love. And by By the time I had burned so many bridges, man, my trust, she couldn't trust me no more. David, thank you for that super chat. Shout out to David Andrews for the super chat. My trust, I had broken all my trust. You know, I was untrustworthy. You know what I'm saying? I was full-blown addict, so she didn't think I was going to get clean. I didn't know if I could get clean. So when I got out of rehab, I was trying to put the relationship back together because I was saying, look, baby, now I'm clean. Let's get back together. And she kind of felt sorry for me, but she was dealing with who I later saw was a dude, but she may have been dealing with a couple dudes. I don't know. But anyway, when I got out of rehab, I was trying to put the relationship back together. She wasn't really feeling me like that, but I was so codependent on her. I was so in love with her. Yo, Trucker Ron, thank you, man. Thank you for that super chat, Ron. I was so codependent on her. I was so in love with her to the point that I became stupid. See, you could love a woman and you can be in love with a woman and still retain your manhood and your masculinity. And then you can love a woman and be in love with a woman and become a sucker and become a chump, right? Become a bitch. And that's what I had become. I'm 21 years old. So I'm chasing her. She ain't really coming in like that. So I get this feeling like, man, I'm finna go by her house.
I said astigmatism in my soul.
Yo, hey Ron, hey David, Ron, yo, David and Ron. I said, yo, I'm finna go by her house. Who asked me this question? Big Sky. I said, let me go by her house. So I go by her house, right? Oh, man. So I see her car parked out in front of her house, right? And I see this other car parked by her car in the driveway. But I'm too much of a coward. My self-esteem is low. Ain't nothing masculine about me. You know, ain't nothing manly about me. You know, I'm fresh out of, I'm clean maybe 60 days. I did the 28-day program in rehab. I'm clean 30 days on the street. So I got 60 days clean. So I go by the house, I see a car and I see this other car, right? So I ain't got no courage. I'm weak. I go and get up in a tree. Yo, I go get up in a tree down the street. I go get up in a tree down the block, man. I climb up in this tree, way up in the fucking top of the tree. I'm sitting up in the tree, man, like a crow, man. Like a fucking sparrow, right? And I'm watching the hell. I'm 21 years old. Yo, I'm 21 years old, man. I'm 21 years old. Hey, Ron, big mistake. So I'm up in the tree, man, for like a half hour, man. I'm watching the house. So I said, man, fuck this shit, man. I'm going to knock on the door. I climb down out of the tree. I walk over to the house. I knock on the door. Her roommate answers the door. No, her roommate's boyfriend answered the door. I said, yo, is so-and-so here? I ain't gonna say her name. I said, yo, so-and-so here? The nigga just, he opened the door and then he backed away. He didn't say yay or nay. He opened the door and backed away and like made a pathway for me to go in. So I went in, I went up the stairs and I opened her door. And she was laying in the bed. Her and the nigga was laying in the bed. He was holding her like this. She had her bra on, she had her jeans on, and she had her shirt off, she had her bra on. And I walked in and turned the light on.
I said astigmatism in my soul.
I'm 21 years old. I'm crazy in a bag of dust, right? So I turn the light on. They look around at me. I'm staring at them. I get a chair. I sit down. And he's still holding her. And he looked at her. He said, "You all right?" And she said, "Yeah." She said, "You all right?" He said, "Yeah." So I'm sitting there. So he get up. I said, "What up, man?" I said, "What's going on, man?" He said, "Yeah, all right, what's up, whatever. He leave. So I'm sitting there with her, and she start going off on me. "Oh, you stupid motherfucker, you dumb, you know, just trying to flip the whole thing around, like making it my fault. Which it was. Like I said, I destroyed the relationship. But anyway, she was busted. So I said, "Yo, let me get all my cassettes. Let me get my jacket." You know, because back then, if you had a girl, she would wear your jacket or like your sweatshirt or whatever. I said, "Yo, let me get my sweatshirt. Let me get my jacket. Let me get my chain, my gold chain she was wearing. So let me get my chain. Let me get my cassettes, all my CDs, and I'm out of here." And she gave me stuff. "I'm glad you saw what you saw. I'm glad you saw what you saw. I'm cool as a fan. I ain't saying nothing." I get all my stuff. I get in the car. I'm living in a halfway house. I'm fresh out of the rehab. I'm living in a halfway house. I go back to the halfway house, man. And I cried, man. I was... Yo, man. Yo. Yeah. Yo, man, nigga was hurt, man. Yo, I was fucking hurt. I was broken hearted, man. I sat in there and the dudes who was in there in the halfway house with me, they was looking at me like, "Sean, what's the matter, man? What's wrong?" I was crying, man. I couldn't eat. I couldn't sleep for like a week, 2 weeks. Fucked up. But this is where I knew that I had turned the corner. And y'all listen to me and you listen to me good. After seeing what I saw, I didn't get high. I didn't get drunk. I stayed clean. And that was a huge change for me because before I got clean, anything that she would do, any argument we had, anytime we got into it, my first thing would be, let me run and get high. Let me run and get drunk to forget the pain. But I didn't get high this time. And that's when I knew that I was no longer getting clean. Because first I was getting clean for her to try to put the relationship back together with her. I was getting clean for us. But when I didn't get high that time, I knew I wasn't getting high. I wasn't getting clean for her no more. I was getting clean for me. And I stayed clean, man. And that's when I knew I turned the corner. And when I eventually went back to school about a year later, I called my mother. I said, "Ma, I want to go back and finish up my degree." She said, "You sure?" I said, "Yeah." So she paid the money for me to go back to school. And when I got back on campus at Morris Brown, all the bitches was on my dick. All of them, because I was looking good. I wasn't getting high. I was already a fly nigga before that. I had a lot of honeys on campus when I was getting high, you understand? Because I was covering up with nice clothes. I had a nice car, even though I was getting high. I had nice clothes, even though I was toe up from the floor up. So, but when I went back and I was looking good, man, honeys was on my jock, man. And then my girl who I caught in the bed with the dude, she wanted to get back, but No. We're not gonna do that again. And by that time, you know, I'm clean. I'm making A's in every class. I'm honor roll. I'm back honor roll. I'm making A-B. I'm looking good. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting pussy like crazy. Bitches is on my dick hard. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to go back, but that's the story. That's what happened. I got up in the tree. Shout out to me. Shout out to me for getting up in the tree, man. Hey, yo, Ron, stop laughing at me, man. Stop laughing. They laughing at me, man. Oh, man. Okay. The Juice Fast is going to be, Juice Fast is starting Friday. Juice Fast is starting Friday, right here, Friday, 12 noon. Friday, 12 noon. I need y'all to subscribe to my man Trucker Ron on YouTube, man. He's a friend of the channel, man. Y'all subscribe to his YouTube channel, Trucker Ron on YouTube. Let me put that link up, see if I can put it up, Ron. Hold on. What else going on, man? Here go Ron's, y'all follow my man Ron right there on his Instagram, man. And subscribe to my Patreon channel, man. Yo, Kurt, y'all laughing at me, man. Bad poker, Lucky Marino. Y'all laughing at me, man. Shout out to everybody here in the live chat, man. But you got to go through that, man. You know, I learned from that, man. You learn from that, man. That was my first love, King Rel. That was my first heartbreak. That was my first time getting my heart broke. Man, I don't think I ate. I lost weight. I don't think I ate. I was crying and shit, man. I was 21. I was destroyed, man. I was devastated. I was thinking about, man, that nigga he getting my kitty cat, man. He getting my kitty cat. He making a holler more than me. He making love better than me. All that, you know, all the lies that we tell ourselves, man. We let our imagination run wild. I didn't eat, man. I was crying, but I didn't get high and I didn't get drunk. And as long as I was doing that, as long as I didn't do that, I had a shot. And when I didn't do that, I knew I was on my way. And I was 60 days clean. I was 60 days clean, 30 days out of rehab. A lot of people would have took off and got high with that, man. You know what I'm saying? So I kept it together, man. I kept it together and I kept going, man. In 18 days, I have 30 years. What's up, Eddie Kane? I have 31 years. Brian for the 3. What up, man? ZZ, Terrell, Gray Bills, Big Sky, the Jazzy Demon. I quit my addiction when I got laced with some dust. Marquez Robinson. They was doing a lot of that, man. Back in the 80s, you would go to, you know, dudes with lace joints and not tell you. You know, I heard a lot of stories like that. Weed joints getting laced with dust. Weed joints getting laced with acid. Getting laced with mescaline, LSD. And people bugging out. I heard a lot of that. David Andrews, talk about the future for Gunby Publishing. Where you headed? What's the vision? The future for Gunby Publishing, man. You know, I made some connections this past weekend with some people that I got, you know, some real promising things coming up. And you know, the sky's the limit for me, man. The sky's the limit for me, man. You know, I see myself speaking at colleges. I see myself speaking at, historically black colleges, Ivy League colleges, Harvard, Yale, Stanford, Howard, Morehouse, Oxford, University of Chicago, any course, Princeton, Columbia. And I can speak about anything. I can speak about business. I can speak about college life. I can speak about addiction. I can speak about self-confidence. Y'all got me laughing, man. Coughing up all that mucus. So that's definitely on the horizon for me. My story is unique. You know, I'm different. Not only am I very educated or very miseducated, whichever way you want to see it. You know, I got a bachelor's degree in accounting. I finished with a 2.8 GPA. I went back and got my master's degree. I finished that with a 3.27 GPA. MBA, Masters of Science in Financial Management. I've done mergers and acquisitions. I've worked on $100,000 deals up to $100 million deals. So my range, I mean, I pretty much could talk about anything. You know, I ran around in the streets of New York in the 80s, the streets of Jersey in the 80s, so I could talk about that. My range, I don't see many people having my range as I look out. Excuse me, y'all. When I was laughing, this got a lot of stuff up. It ain't a lot of people that can fuck with me. I know that for a fact. None of these speakers, none of them. You pick whoever you want out of the 8 billion people, and I wouldn't be afraid one iota of going behind them. But they gonna have to come with it. They're gonna have to come correct if they go behind me. If I go first, when I get off the stage and leave the room, everybody else might leave the room to come and check with me. So, you know, I'm just gonna continue to take care of my son. You know, that's a big part of Gunby Publishing. You know, that's the main part. And the sky's the limit for me, man. You know. I really would like to go on like the Joe Rogan show. I really need to get on like one of them big platforms like that to really get the exposure that I need. But even if I don't, you know, eventually my turn is going to come. The stars going to line up, David, and I'm going to get my shot, man. I mean, I'm already creating my shot. I created this shit here from nothing. Man, from prison, man, from fresh out of prison at 47 years old. I started this, What You See, YouTube channel, podcast was sold, Patreon channel was sold, t-shirts, wrote 3 books, hats, this hat, my logo, Stigmatism in My Soul, connecting with people all over the world, inspiring people everywhere. So, you know, I know ain't nothing impossible for me, man. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing impossible for me, man. T.R. Ron, one of my best friends, got some bad blow and it burst his heart almost 2 years ago. You should do some burpees by that tree, Sean. You're the one that made it, Sean G. Yeah, man. A lot of stories, man, of people getting clean and relapsing and going back. I remember a story one time, a guy, he was a counselor. He was a drug rehab counselor, had been clean 12 years, 14 years, something like that. Relapsed, OD'd. He went to the spot, bought 12 bags, and when they found him dead, he had 11 bags left. So it was the first bag that he shot that killed him. So, you know, drugs is no joke, man. That life ain't no joke. You know. That's why they out here promoting this weed the way they promote it. And y'all, you know, a lot of these young kids looking at these rappers are whack, man. These niggas are corny. A lot of them are rats. You know, they living a life that they rapping about a life that they never lived or they no longer live. You know, they have all kind of issues. And they get in a music video that's 3 minutes and 19 seconds long. And as they edit the video, these different scenes, you see the big puff of weed. And that's appealing to an 11-year-old. That's appealing to a 7-year-old, to a 14-year-old. Says, well, maybe if I do that, I can rap. I want to be a rapper, so let me do that. Not knowing that could take them some places they never really want to go. So that's why when you go on my Instagram and you come on this page, you see me do a lot of anti-weed messages. Because I want to be the opposite side. I'm going to be the opposite side to let these kids know that I'm cooler than all these niggas, man. All these rappers, all these people, all of them I'm cooler than all of them because I come up in that era, in the 80s. I come up in that era. I was here in New York in that era. You understand? You could see my style. My style, once you start hearing me talk, you know for a fact I'm from New York, from Jersey. You know for a fact. When I say New York, I mean Jersey too. You talk to niggas now that's born in New York, that's born like from 2000 on or from the 90s on, they don't got no style because they grew up emulating and idolizing LA, the gangs from LA and Tupac and all that. Now the kids growing up in New York and New Jersey now idolize the dudes from Atlanta. The way they talk and dress, they talk Atlanta slang here. We didn't do that here. Everybody in the world wanted to be from New York. Everybody. West Coast, Atlanta, everybody. Because this was the only place in the world that had the hip hop going in the 1980s. So I'm from that era. You could see everything about me lets you know that I'm authentic. You could check all my paperwork legit. All my shit money, man. Real deal, I was one, but it was a blessing behind it. After the day I was able to elevate my life. 3 years clean. Shout out to Marquez Robinson, 3 years clean. Yeah, authenticity, man. I mean, you could see it, man. You could see it. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I don't look up to none of these dudes, man. I don't look up to none of them, you know. I don't diss none of them. I'm not out here dissing. I don't got to diss my way to the top. Some people think they got to diss their way to the top. I don't have to do that. You know, my light gonna shine already. I've already won. Given where I'm coming from, I just told y'all the story. I already won. You know what I'm saying? So, but better things are yet to come for me, man. Authenticity, David Andrews, you can't buy it. Shakir Akbar's, my experience with weed was good around 23. I have money and no responsibilities to smoke weed all day long, and I do it for straight 8 months, but then I just got so bored of doing nothing, okay, and then I quit. All right, shout out to Shakir. Quadrex, what up, man? Yeah, man. Just keep doing something, man. Stay positive. Stay positive with your life. Y'all make sure y'all share this link, man. Y'all make sure y'all share this link. Y'all made me laugh, man. I ain't laughed like that in a long time, man. Have you ever seen her since in passing by? Yeah, I've seen her. I've seen her a couple times. We talked. That was years ago. I'm 52 now. I saw her a couple years ago. That was when we were 20s, man. I was in my 20s. I was a child. I was a baby. I was 21. If you in your 20s, you a baby, man. You, motherfucker, if you in your 20s, you a baby. I'm talking to you. You don't know what you're doing. You think you do, but you don't. I was 21 years old. I was a baby, man. I was still learning. You know what I'm saying? You know, you can't hold on to things from the past forever, man. A lot of that was my fault. You know, and it was just the way it was supposed to be. I ain't mad at it. You know, that's the way it went down. But I turned out great. My life turned out great. I'm doing great. I'm healthy. I'm doing all right. You know what I'm saying? I'm healthy. I'm doing all right. That's the main thing. Gotta let go of the past, man. All right, man. If y'all ain't got nothing else to say, man, I'm gonna get off of here, man. Quadrex, I'm struggling with depression quite heavily lately, but doing my best to see the light at the end of the tunnel. Big love and respect to everyone in here. Big respect, Sean G. Shout out to my man Quadrex. Quadrex, everybody. I mean, with what's been going on the last 20 months, 22 months, you guys know what I'm talking about. It's hard to not be sad, angry, deflated, worried, anxious, confused, depressed with what's going on. So you're definitely not alone. You know, you're not the only one. Now, I don't know if your depression is related to that, but you know, depression is I've been through it. When you get your heart broke, you're in a depression. When you break up in a relationship with somebody that you love, you go into a depression. You can talk all that cool, smooth, fly shit that all you want, but you be in a depression. There's nothing wrong. There's nothing embarrassing about being depressed. There's nothing weak about it. That everybody gets depressed, man. At some point or another in your life. I don't want to get into like clinical depression, like being clinically depressed, which is depressed all the time, perhaps from chemical imbalances in the brain and things like that, because I'm not qualified to speak on that. I haven't done enough research on that to speak on that. But just like general life, being down, hurt, or whatever, man, that comes with life. That comes with life. How do you get out of it? I don't know. I can't tell you, you know what I'm saying? I try to keep working out. I try to keep my body in good shape. I try to keep my body in good shape. You know, I get depressed at times, man. You know, I lose money in the market, get depressed, you know. Some other things going on in my life, you know, I get depressed. But I've learned to live. I've learned how to live to get myself up out of that shit, because there's no good that can come from that. I get up, I work out. You know, we can get into the Kabbalion and talk about the principle of polarity. And instead of focusing on the things that depress you, focus on the tau opposite things. Whatever's 180 degrees opposite of what you're focusing on that's making you depressed, focus on the opposite of that. Right? If you're focusing on the right hand, and the right hand's making you depressed, stop focusing on the right hand and focus on the left hand. And the left hand will bring you up. That's just an analogy. Eddie Kane, how can you support a family friend you know that struggles with addiction? You can't. You can't help nobody get clean. Ain't nothing you could do. Son, mother, daughter, sister, father, brother, uncle, friend, niece, coworker. Ain't nothing you could do to help nobody get clean unless they want to get clean. If they don't want to get clean, you can lock them up. You can move them across country. You can move them around the world. When they want to get high, if they want to get high, they're going to find a way to get high. You can't help nobody unless they want to be helped. No amount of talking to them, none of that shit work. They got to want it. All right, David. Appreciate you, man. Peace to you, man. Joe says weed in moderation works wonders for my depression. Okay. Shout out to Joe. Yep. If nobody, if they don't want to get clean, you can't help them. Eddie Kane, what's up? Congratulations on your new baby, man. Congratulations, man. That's the best thing in the world. Y'all share this link, man. I hear you, Sean. Very true. I've had a lifelong battle with it, but listening to you helps, along with other real talking inspirational people. I don't like coming in here with any negativity. Nah, this ain't about coming here with negativity, man. We here to help, man. That's why I got it up on the screen, man. Free topics, issues, and questions, man. I've been there, man. Best thing in the world, homeboy. I've been there, man. You know? You got to find some kind of way to get yourself up out of that. Find out what's causing it. Is it a person? Is it a relationship? Is it a job? Is it you? You know? Are you out of shape? Are you fat? Are you overweight? You sleeping too much? You getting high too much? You getting drunk too much? Or is it just something that you've been dealing with for a while? You know, that's just who you are. You know? I've seen people like that, man, that constantly battling life and themselves, constantly fighting themselves and fighting life, and constant headaches and things like that, you know. I'm thankful I don't have any of that, man. But it's fixable. It's definitely fixable, Quadrex. Definitely fixable, man. You know what I'm saying? Definitely fixable. Man, y'all made me laugh today, man. Y'all made me laugh. I ain't laughed like that in a while. That felt good. All right, man. If ain't nobody else got no other topics, man, or nothing like that, man, I'm going to go ahead and get on off of here. It was raining before. Go to baseball practice. Y'all doing all right? Yo, make sure you subscribe to my shout out to my man Royston, man. He bought a shirt and a book today. I got the green books, the volume 3, Astigmatism in My Soul. I've ordered them. They're being shipped to me soon. Go get your books, man. All this story I just told is all in my books. All of this is in my books, man, even in more detail so you can read it. GunbyPublishing.BigCartel.com. That link is right there on the screen. Shout out to everybody, man. My Patreon channel is the Patreon channel with Soul. It's at the top of the live chat. Click on that link. Max P, the markets are down. It's depressing. Yeah, if you're long. If you're short, it's not depressing. If you're short the market, you're elated. If you long the market, you're not really liking that too tough. I'm long Tesla, so Tesla's holding its own. I needed to get it back up over 785. I need it back over 785. Maybe the shorts will try to cover toward the end of the day. Short squeeze. The juice fast is going down Friday, man. Friday, man. We're doing the juice fast. 7 days. We're going to start Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We're going to go 7 days. We're going to go from noon to noon. We're going to go from noon to noon. Yeah, that juice fast is going to be money, man. I'm going to go to Trader Joe's. I might go over there now and shoot a video. I'm going to post it. Follow me on my Instagram, man, at Gunby Publishing. I'm going to be posting a lot of stuff over there during the juice fast. And I'm going to have on the community page here, I'm going to post a flyer that we're going to use for all 7 days to communicate with each other, talk about how we feel, we struggling, we ready to eat. I want something to eat, but I'm not. You know, how we feel, what's up, what do we do, so that we can work with each other and encourage each other to continue on. But if you're going to start this juice fast with me, man, You know what I'm saying? Complete it, man. You know, I ain't the kind of nigga, man, that I'm like doing this shit for some fun. This ain't like what I'm doing here. If I'm telling you I'm gonna do this, right? I'm telling you out my mouth, I'm gonna do this to you, and I'm looking at you and I'm telling you. So I'm telling you right now, I'm gonna do it for 7 days. So if I'm telling you I'm gonna do it for 7 days, and I know I'm gonna do it, I expect you to do it. You know, I'm not gonna understand, yo, I got the day 3 and I quit. I'm not gonna, I got the day 4 and I couldn't do it no more. I got something to eat. Then you ain't really about it, man. You know what I'm saying? This ain't really, then don't even start it with me. You understand? Because that means that if I try to do something with you in another area of my life or your life, and you tell me you're gonna do something, I got to wonder, well, this nigga, he can't even do it because he already showed me that he wasn't shit with the juice fast. So if you're gonna come out and you're gonna start day 1, let your word be born, man. Let your word be born. You know, so if you're not capable of doing it, you don't think you could do it, then don't start it with me. Because I'm gonna do it for you. If I tell you I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it. And I ain't gonna eat until we break the fast on the 8th. So I'm gonna let that be known. We start together, we finish together. I gotta go through the same thing you gotta go through. Just because I'm a YouTuber don't mean my back itching. It's gonna be easier for me than it is for you. You know? And it's not easy. It's not easy. So I just want to let y'all know this ain't no goddamn Disney show. This ain't no Bugs Bunny exercise and no, yo, Sean, I tried, man. I only could do 2 days. You know, I'm still your man, though. Nah, your word is some shit. You know, your will is some shit. Right? Your word, your integrity is fucked up because you said you was going to do it with me and you didn't finish. And I did it for you. We start together, we finish together. And we celebrate at the end. We celebrate at the end. We make us a nice big piece of fish at the end with some corn on the cob. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. So that's where I'm at with that. That's where I'm at with it. This thing is going to be so good, man. You know, the mental benefits. And you're going to find out where you at, man. And you're going to find out what it takes to discipline yourself, man. Yeah, we're going to do that, Eddie. You know, you're going to find out what it takes. And if you do it, then you know that at any point that you decide to do it again in the future, that you could do it because you've done it. You know, at any point, man, I need to refresh, man. Let me do a juice fast first week of February. You know what I'm saying? And then you can carry that same discipline over into other areas of your life. Quadrex, I know I'm not capable of joining right now, just the truth, but maybe someday I wish you the best with the juice fast. Shout out to Quadrex. Man, more integrity in saying, yo, I ain't doing it because I ain't ready to do it. I don't feel like doing it. Than saying, yo, I'm going to do it. And then you break the joint on the second day in. That's weak. Better to say you ain't going to do it than to say you're going to do it and don't do it. How'd y'all like this live, man? It was good? Y'all like my story? I don't care if you don't like it anyway. It's still my story. Still my story. Sean G live on the mic, man. It don't stop, man. It don't stop, man. All right, now I'm giving y'all free topics, free issues, and free questions. So don't say nothing if I come on here tomorrow, the day after, saying $20 topics, $20 issues, $20 questions. Don't get mad. It's free. It's free. Speak up or forever hold your peace. Shout out to David Andrews and my man Trucker Ron, man. Trucker Ron is a good dude, man. Yo, do me a favor, man. Share my page with somebody, man, that you think may like the content, and just tell them, listen, check this dude out, man. Subscribe to his page. If you don't like it, then don't subscribe. But just check him out, man. Tell him to look at my shorts. I got a lot of videos I put on this channel that are like 50 seconds long. You know, because a lot of y'all don't got long attention span. So I got to keep it short. You know what I'm saying? Only thing that's on my mind, who's gonna run this town tonight? Mark Frazier, absolutely. That's what it's all leads up to. Nothing but positivity. Shout out to my man Mark Frazier in the building. Anybody got Tesla's trading price right now? What is Tesla trading for right now? Live time. I can't open up my I don't like opening up my Thinkorswim platform with my OBS platform because I don't want it to crash my system. What's the live stock price for Tesla right now? Anybody got their platform open? Anybody trading at the moment? Has Tesla's stock price in real time? I need it up. I'm long some calls. One call, that is. I'm long a call. Only thing that's on my mind. I appreciate y'all coming through. 778. All right. All right. I think the low of the day was like 775. Obadiah, man. Shout out to Obadiah, man. Thank you for that super chat. Thank you, Obadiah. I appreciate you, man. I'll be seeing you in here on the live chat, man. Gave me that British pound. Shout out to the United Kingdom, man. They support me heavy over there, man. I'm going to have to get over there with my cameraman and shoot some calisthenics videos over in the UK. They love Sean G channel over there, man. They love my channel over there. Obadiah, what's up, man? Give me a topic, man. I'm telling these niggas, give me... This live was real. It was real. It was real, ZZ. ZZ say this live was real. Ivan Alhambra. I finally catched you live, Sean. I don't usually comment on videos, but I wanted to say thanks for all the knowledge you've been blessing us with, man. Shout out to my man Ivan, man. Push Up Life. What's up, Fair Look community? How was everybody? Push Up Life checking in. Peace. I see you, Push Up Life. The low was 774. Okay. I think I'm thinking that around 3 o'clock, what usually happens is the shorts don't like going into overnight positions being short Tesla because you could wake up tomorrow morning and Tesla could be up $8. So I think we're going to get a short squeeze toward the end of the day. Maybe squeeze it back up to maybe 784, 785. Or maybe that's hopeful thinking. UK represent, much love. How do you overcome negative thought patterns? You got to go back, Obadiah, in your life. And you have to go back to the source, to the time that you started doing that. You got to try to go back as far as your memory, your recollection will allow you, and understand when it started and why it started and how it started, what happened. Were there some childhood issues? Were there some neglect issues? Were there some dysfunctional family issues? Whatever the hell a functional family is. We all got dysfunctional families. Everybody's family is dysfunctional. What were some issues? I don't know how old you are, but you got to go back and find there was a time, there's something that triggered that in you. And you got to find that. And then once you find it, you got to examine it. Why? What happened? Was it my fault or was it not my fault? And then why do I react? Why did I react to this thing that way? And then like you be say, well, damn, I've been doing this for goddamn certain number of months and years. That's how you overcome it. You got to first identify and source it. And then you can cut it out because it's a cancer. Then you could cut it out. Get it out your life. I hope that helps. Oh, man. What's going on, y'all? Nobody got nothing to say? I got the Bob Marley shirt on. The Bob Marley. Obadiah, what up? Thank you, man. Fire. I got the Bob Marley shirt on. ZZ, indeed. Yes, indeed. Your issues and your problems are your responsibility. Your character defects are your responsibility. Your shortcomings are your responsibility. Your insecurities are your responsibility. Your fears are your responsibility. Irrespective of who caused them in you, how they happened, what happened, who, what, why, where, and when. Yeah, all that's good to know, but it still don't matter. All of that is your responsibility. And you fixing yourself is your responsibility. Period. Point blank and frank. Your responsibility. By the way, real quick what? Have you thought about traveling and making videos around the world? Absolutely. But look at the world we live in. That was always going to be the plan. But you see what's going on. I listen to your podcast when I'm on my way to university. It's been really helpful, especially for a young dude like me. All right, Ivan, I appreciate you, man. Jacob, Sean, can you tell us about the first time getting kitty cat? That love story had me in tears. When did I get some kitty cat for the first time? I think it was my babysitter. I think it was with my babysitter, man. Girl was babysitting me. I think she molested me. I was young. You know. Remember you used to hump through the pants, you get a girl, you play hide and go seek, and you get her. You play doctor, you play house. But the first time, like, I don't know, I had to be in my teens. I can't even remember. I had to be in my teens. I got some yesterday. 3 times. Shout out to Sean G. Man. I got some yesterday. Two times. 3 times. 2 or 3, one of them. No Viagra, no Cialis. Don't need it. I'm in great shape. That's it, Quadrex. Yeah, man, I talked to Bam Bam last night. I'm going to have him on the podcast. Bam Bam, Goku Pump is going to come on the podcast in probably about 2 or 3 weeks. I was trying to get him to come tomorrow, but he's going out of town. Then I'm going to probably have Brawley come on, Brawley Gaines. And we keep bringing them on. I think I'm going to probably make Thursdays my day when I bring a guest on. 203 AF Reacts. What up? What up, man? You just got the notification, man? .203 is Connecticut. Y'all hit that like button, man, when you come in, man. Hit that like button, man. I've been on here almost 2 hours. I think every hour when you on here, they bump up the notifications. I think they send out a bunch of notifications like every hour on the hour, every half hour, something like that. So I'm gonna see. I'm gonna wait. Let's wait. I'm gonna wait like 4 more minutes and see if the numbers go up. You just seen it pop up? Okay, 203 fact. Yeah. You gotta hit that bell, 203. We've been on here 2 hours already, man. You missed the good part, man. They had me crying on here, they had me laughing, they had me doing it all. They had me doing it all, man. Yeah, man, it do that sometimes. I get notifications for some of my peoples that I'm subscribed to videos a day later, 2 days later. You know? But I think if you really want to, let me let y'all know. I'm usually going live around 12 noon, New Jersey time, Monday through Friday. Saturday and Sunday, I don't know. Sometimes I don't go live on the weekend. Sometimes I do. It could be different times. But usually Monday through Friday, 12 noon. But I don't always go live unless I feel it in my heart. If I'm pissed off about something, or I'm depressed about something, or if I'm mad about something, or if I'm getting some kitty cat or something, then I ain't going live. You know what I'm saying? It's got to be, for me to go live, my topic got to really be on my soul. It's got to be on my spirit. Because I wanted to come through like that through the screen. You know what I'm saying? I don't trade commodities, Ivan. I trade options, man. My man trade commodities, though. My nigga Black, he trade commodities. He trades wheat, corn, soy, and the currencies. Okay. 203 said he always running back. 203, you got to run this one back, man. I went deep on this one, man. I cried and I laughed. How many people saw the whole thing? How many of y'all saw the whole thing? Damn, Tesla then went down to 773. Ouch. When you make it as a premier, when you make it as a premier, then I believe that it notifies more people because they get more time to join. Can I premiere a live? Can I premiere a live? You can premiere a live? Obadiah, man, thank you. Obadiah just bought something, man. Obadiah got your Scully, man. Shout out to my man Obadiah. Just bought a Scully. Obadiah, appreciate you, man. Shout out to the United Kingdom, man. Devon. When you make it a premiere, I got to see if I can premiere. I've seen people do that before with lives. Okay. I got to see. Yeah. I got to see if that's way to be done. Obadiah, man, thank you for buying the Scully, man. Appreciate you, man. You got the great joint. Shout out to my man Obadiah. Just bought the great Scully, y'all. Shout out to him. Yep. All right, so we're at the 2-hour mark. Hey. Yeah, they want a big margin requirements for the commodities. Then trade what you can, man, till you can build up your pile, build up your stack. Yep. All right, y'all. Let me get up out of here, man. Let me get up out of here. Marcus is getting crushed today. The 10-year yield is climbing up. That's why stocks are down. All right, y'all. Let me go, man. I'm going to holler at y'all later, man. Thank everybody for coming out. Thank everybody for the super chats. Obadiah, thank you, man. I appreciate you, homeboy. Obadiah, you on my Patreon? If you on my Patreon, send me a message on the Patreon, man. Yo. Man, my man Brian Choi, man. Hey, Brian, man. Brian, thank you, man. Thank you, man. Hey, Brian, man. Appreciate you, man. You just got on here, Brian? You just got the notification or you been on here? Max P. Yeah, we'll see, man. You got to see, man. You know, the market could be ready for a fall, man. It could be ready for a major pullback. Never know. Yo, Brian, you just got the notification just now or you been on here? Man, shout out to my man, Brian Choi, man. Shout out to Brian in Hawaii, member of the Armed Services, huge supporter of this channel. You just got on here. My man. What you want to talk about, Brian? You got anything you want me to talk about, man? Yeah, man. So maybe tomorrow, man. I mean, you know, you never know, man. You got to see. Might be time. Yeah, shout out to Brian Choi, man. Respect to Brian Choi, man. That's my man. Brian showed me love, man. Brian be showing a nigga love, man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah. Brian, I see you, man. You got anything you want to talk about, Brian? I'm finna get out of here, man. I gotta go pick little Shauna from school, man. We gotta go to baseball practice and gotta do all that stuff that he like to do. Oh man, Tesla just got crushed, man. I gotta get out, man. Sean G, are you making effort to improving your trading? No, I'm just gonna keep trading bad. Just keep losing my money. Of course, man. Of course. All right, Brian, man. I appreciate you, man. Yeah, I mean, I'm always working on my trading, man. You know, trading is mental. You know how that goes. You know, it's mental. I'm always working. You know, it's not easy. Trading is not easy. If big hedge funds could get in trouble and blow up, then of course you can blow up. You know, it's not an easy thing to do. But y'all, listen, let me get up out of here. Hey, Brian, I appreciate you, man. I wish you would have came on earlier, man, and you know, you could have enjoyed the show, man. But I'm gonna probably be back on tomorrow. Y'all got to look for me around 12 noon, man, Jersey time. That's usually when I'm gonna do something. So if you don't get the notification, just come on my channel and look and see if I may be live. But if you want to definitely know about the lives, then click the bell. I think when you click the bell, I think you definitely get notified immediately. I think so. I don't know. All right, y'all. Let me get up out of here, man. Love all y'all. Peace. Yeah. Khaled, what's up, Khaled? Sean, what's up? Thank you, man.
Stigmatism, man. What's up?
Do anything. Truck a rhyme.
Do anything.
Truck a rhyme.
Okay. What is it, man?
Stigmatism
Stigmatism
in my soul.